Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Barakaha Kodash, which means all praises to Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Bahasham means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Barakah HaKodash means in the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, on the way we can worship the Father and the Son. Double honors to our apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. It's Brother Matati from the Great Millstone Camp, the branch on Des Moines. Shabbat Shalom. And not sure I'm entitled this lesson just yet, but might be just name it, Shabbath Meditations. So it'll be another episode of Shabbath Meditations. And just sitting back, searching YouTube, just going through the different videos of the brothers, the elders, the apostles, and seeing a reoccurring trend. Certain videos get more hits, get more views than others. And the controversial videos, they get the most amount of views, and then next after that is videos of the kingdom, videos of deliverance, videos of forgiveness, because Jake want to hear those things, which don't get me wrong, man, those things are needful, especially with the trials and tribulations and the sufferings we go through within this place, so we need that reassuring hope, right? But the lessons that get the least amount of views is the lessons of character building, self-reflect, history, Hebrew, things that requires you to, for lack of a better word, man, to actually exert yourself, man. Right? And just pretty much saying this, man, we can't be like that. We can't be like that because I'll just get into the precepts. I'm talking too much. Let me get into the precepts. I'm going to start here in the book of Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter. I'm going to start at the 30th verse. It says, also thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. So they're coming to our videos and they're looking at to see, the prophecies and what we saying about, different articles and different news clips that's being brought out. They want to hear what we got to say about this camp and that camp and the unity that's going on over there and what this guy said about Paul over here. So they want to hear those things, right? Verse 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness, man. You see? So they sit down and they listen to the video. They respond, great lesson. Or they even use Hebrew words. Yappa lesson, ach. But here it is. They're not doing the things that's required in order to achieve the things that's being said in the lessons, man. Like I spoke on lessons of deliverance, lessons of ruling in the kingdom of heaven, lessons of forgiveness. But here it is, you're not watching the character building lessons, the lessons that's going to mold you and cut you and correct you in order for you to achieve that deliverance, in order for you to achieve the forgiveness, in order for you to have confidence and hope in the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? Because if we're not walking this path, if we're not doing these words, then we have a false sense of hope. Because we're applying these things, because we're walking in these things, right? It tells us, right, in the book of Sirach, this is Sirach, the 6th chapter. And I'm going to start at the 19th verse. Sirach 6:19, it says, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth. So that's work right there, man. That's a labor right there. And it tells us going over to the 7th chapter, the 15th verse. It says, hate not laborious work, neither husbandry which the Most High hath ordained. And according to 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, let's get that. 1 Corinthians 3:9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building. Right? It says a cultivated field, tillage. Cultivable. Cultivable. Well, it's hard for me to say that word. Cultivable. Right? Something that's able to be, it's going to say capable of being farmed productively, arable, cultivatable, tillable, productive, producing, or capable of producing. And that's why in the book of Jeremiah, it tells us what? Let's hold that there. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. It's the book of Jeremiah. I think it's 4. The book of Jeremiah 4. Yep. In verse 3, it says, for thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to the men of Judah and Jerusalem, break up your fallow ground and sow not among the thorns, tillable or untilled or fallow ground, freshly plowed land. That's why Yahweh Shai said what? He that put his hand to the plow and looketh back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. The plow is this knowledge. It's this work. It's this labor that we're putting forth, man. And even the listeners, right? There's a labor that you have to put forth. You see? Because it might not be your lot to be out in the highways and hedges. You might not be in the lot of a prophet or a teacher or an evangelist. But you're still building, or you're still plowing yourself. And I hope I make sense with that, man. That's why in 1 Corinthians 3, it speaks about let every man take heed how he buildeth thereon. Keep in mind, you're building upon yourself. You see, and taking heed to these lessons, not just for entertainment purposes, because that Ezekiel 33, Jake just watched for entertainment purposes, man. Jake will watch a prophecy video, take what was said in it, go to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and then play prophet. Or hear a Gentile lesson, or when I say Gentile lesson, I'm talking about the Israelite foreigners. You know, they hear a salvation lesson, who salvation for, and they go and try to cut a Christian. Barbershop talk. But here it is. They're not applying the things that's being said within these lessons in their lives, man. When it talks about, matter of fact, let's get that. Because we're going to go back to that Sirach 6. When it talks about resisting pleasures, this Sirach 19:5. Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned. See, a lot of people take pleasure in the wickedness, or in the, how can I say this, man? The liberty, not the liberty. I use that word, the liberty that Esau has allowed, man, which the Most High have not given license for Jake to do, according to Sirach the 15th chapter. See, Esau seduce you and lie to you and tell you that it's cool, it's okay to do those things. Then when Jake hear lessons, when it says, nah, it's not okay for you to do those things. Nah, it ain't okay. No, you got to discipline yourself. No, you can't give yourself over to that. They don't want to hear those things, man. But they'll rather, they'll show, listen to, I can be forgiven, but not taking the necessary steps in order to achieve that forgiveness. Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned, but he that resisteth pleasures crowneth his life, man. He that resisteth pleasures. And that goes into you knowing yourself, man. Paul spoke about, I will not be brought under the power of any. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 6:12. It says, all things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient, meaning profitable. You see, to help be profitable. to collect or contribute in order to help. So it might not contribute to your betterment. Ooh, see, advantage. Be better for. Man, that's the spirit. Or be good for you. You see? And in the book of James, it tells us, him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, it is sin. You see? So when we know better, we do better, man. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. And you have individuals who are watching our lessons, man, and they refuse to put themselves under the yoke. But yet they come before us as the Lord's people. Going back to that Ezekiel, man. Let's go back though. Back to Jeremiah 4:3. For thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to the men of Judah and Jerusalem, break up your fallow ground and sow not among the thorns, man. So that hard-headedness, right? This word is a gardening tool, man. It's the plow that we break the ground up with. You see? That's why in Deuteronomy 32, he said what? My speech, my doctrine shall drop as the rain. What happens with the rain, man? This is the book of Psalm 65:9. Thou visited the earth and waterest it. How did the Lord water the earth? Through the rain, right? But we're applying it to his word. Thou greatly enricheth it with the river of the Most High, which is full of water. Thou preparest them corn when thou hast so provided for it, right? Let's see if, yeah, that's the point. I ain't need to start up. Thou waterest the ridges. What's the ridges? Furrows. You see? And a furrow is what? Let's see what a furrow is. And it's one of those lessons that ain't going to get too many views. A long trench made in the ground by a what? A plow. You see? So the Lord watereth the ridges. So after the plow, the word breaks up the ground, then the word comes and waters. Right? It says, thou waterest the ridges thereof abundantly. Thou settlest the furrows thereof. Thou makest it soft with showers. Thou blessest the springing thereof, man. So going back to 1 Corinthians, it says that Paul planted, Apollos watered, but it's the Most High that giveth the increase. You see? That's why it says, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth. We're the Most High's husbandry. And once again, even if you're not your lot, you're not allotted to be a prophet or a teacher. It's not your role or your position to be out in the highways and hedges. There's still work that needs to be done upon yourself. You see? You women too, man. See, your role ain't out there on the forefront. Your role ain't out there to be teaching and be leading. No. But there's work that you need to do upon yourself. You see, all this power and liberty that you receive from Esau, Edom, from the serpent. You need to reject that. What it say? What do Yahushua tell us, man? Going back into resisting pleasures, right? Matthew 16:24, and he then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Right? There's another one where it says daily. Yep, this is Luke 9:23. It says daily take up your cross, man. But let's get this word deny. As you can see, it's G533, which is the same Greek word for all three gospel accounts, right? When you go into this Greek word, it says to deny. to affirm that one has no acquaintance or connection with someone, that old person. Say that when we're in Yahweh Shah, we're a new creature. So you disconnect from that old man, from that old way of thinking, from the old emotions, right? And those things try to creep back in, but that's why we got to constantly break up the fallow ground. That's why we got to constantly water the ridges thereof and plant the seeds of righteousness, man. Hold on. Nope. That's an evil thought. Plant it with a thought of righteousness, man. And we learn that through the precepts. We learn that through what? Videos like this. Character building videos, videos that correct us, videos that cut us, videos that mold us into being better beings for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, man. And for our nation. Right? It says, this is the one I like. To forget oneself, lose sight of oneself and one's own interests, man. You see that? To lose sight of one's own interests. So it ain't about you and what you got going on no more, man. It's about the will of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, as it is written in Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world. See, this world is all about the pride of life. This world is all about selfishness. This world is all about what you can get. What do Yahweh Shai say? That it's better to give than to receive. See, within this world, it's all about what you can get. I got the best cars. I got the best clothes. I got all that bullshit, man. See, because when you go back into that Ezekiel, back in Ezekiel 33, and let's get it in different translations, right? Let's read verse 31. This is the NIV. My people come to you as they usually do and sit before you to hear your words, but they do not put them into practice. You see? Their mouths speak of love. Great lesson, brother. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Brakatah, right? But their hearts are greedy for unjust gain. Let's read it in NLT. So my people come pretending to be sincere and sit before you. They listen to your words, but they have no intention of doing what you say. Their mouths are full of lustful words, and their hearts seek only after money. You see, their own interests, man. Which is written and says, how's it worded? It's the book of Philippians 2:4. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others, man. So you don't live to yourself. It ain't about you. You're very insignificant in the grand scheme of things. And once we come to that realization, man, the better off we'll be. You know? Losing sight of ourselves. And this is what we learn when we watch lessons that cut us, that mold us, that correct us. Those character building lessons. Whether it be instructed to a man or a woman. A lot of times it be in general. Right? So where were we? We read the Jeremiah. Let's go back to Sirach. Back in Sirach 6:19, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon, man. And I like to explain it to the brothers here. When we first came into the faith, right, we started to take heed unto what was being said. The first thing we were able to implement and apply, was, the dietary law. Hold on. What? We can't eat pork. We can't eat shrimp, the lobster, the crab, the shellfish, and all that other, catfish and all that. So you cut that out of your diet. And you notice when you cut those different things out of your diet, your skin starts to clear up. You notice your face ain't as pimply or you ain't breaking out occasionally like you used to. We start to keep a beard on our face. Brothers that used to shave, Jacob get those hair bumps. You notice those hair bumps don't come no more, right? Because you stopped shaving, man. Your skin became smoother. you know? It says honor thy father and mother. You know? Your relationship with your parents, got better. In some cases, everybody ain't. But this is just an example of us eating of the fruits right soon, man. Used to be a hothead in the world and cussing out cops. Next thing you know, you get pulled over, man, and the Lord put the precept in your mind. Agree with thy adversary quickly. You just watched a lesson about a brother, right? Going into, when you get pulled over, man, obey, woo after bad, You get pulled over and you apply that. That video that you watch come into your mind. Agree with that. Yes, officer. Yep. Here's my license. Here's my insurance. Oh, I'll let you off with a warning. All right. Thank you. But if you man, I don't need this. What you pull me over for? That's why there's another precept in Sirach where it says spitting on the fire will put it out. You blow on the fire, what'll happen, man? You give oxygen to it, man. That's gonna spread the fire more. You see? So when we learn these things, we eat of the fruit right soon, man. It's like it ain't too much laboring, even though there is a certain amount of labor. The Lord's so cold, man. Wait, what did he say in Sirach 51? Where is it at? It's a good one. Verse 16. I bowed down my ear a little and received her and got much learning. Right? There's another one though. Ooh, I gotta come back to that. Man, I gotta come back to this. Lord will, the Spirit allow me to remember. Because I gotta go man. I gotta come back to that verse 26. I know I'm skipping over a Salaki. Baba Kushah, bear with me. Yep, verse 27. Behold with your eyes how that I have but a little labor and have gotten unto me much rest. And what's the rest? Isaiah 28. This is the rest where we call the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing. Right? The rest is talking about rest of mind from anxiety or stress or depression. You see? And that's through application, man. It's through application. Because you just hearing these things and not applying it, that's you fooling yourself. James told us that. You're deceiving your own selves, man. You see? Man, it was something I had looked up. Was it something I looked up? Salakia. And they always is, though. Don't put them into practice. Man, bro. Yeah, it was something I looked up, but yeah, it's escaping me right now. But anyway, let's go back to Sirach 6. Sirach 6 and 19 again. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. You see, a guy that refused to be obedient. I gotta what? No, I ain't signed up for all that. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long, man. You see? It's like a burden to certain cats, man. I gotta deny myself. I gotta resist my. No, I just wanna, they want to be able to fulfill their own lusts. They want to be able to give themselves over to their own interests. Verse 22, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. You hear that? She is not manifest unto many, man. So to hear that, it's like, man, bro. The angel told Esdras, man, matter of fact, let's get it. 2nd Esdras 8:1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for a few. Are we looking, are we in the world that's made for us now? Or are we looking for our world to come? You got to ask yourself. Because Hebrews, in my mind, Hebrews tells me that here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. So to hell with this place. Verse 2, I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made. Right? Talking about clay. But little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. So it's going into how the dust is or the dust of gold is very small in number compared to all the plastic cups. I'll put it like this, applied in today's term: plastic cups versus gold cups. Look how many plastic cups are in the world versus gold cups, right? It says, and plastic is bullshit anyway, because it says earthen vessels is made of clay. That was the quote unquote plastic of the ancient world, and at least it was biodegradable. But it says, verse 3, there be many created, but few shall be saved. It ain't manifest to many. So I answered and said, swallow then down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. So that should be our mentality, man. Not as entertainment. Not intending to put these things into practice like that one of those translations said. But let's go back to Sirach 6. Enter verse 22 again. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain. You see that? That's why it calls us prisoners of hope, prisoners of Yahweh Shai, fellow yoke fellows, right? Or fellow laborers. These are all terms that Paul used. It says, put thy feet into her fetters and thy neck into her chain. Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds, man. Why? Just like how a bodybuilder or these different athletes, a boxer or a football player or a basketball player, they discipline themselves in whatever craft that they have in order to what? To achieve the glory that they're looking for. Well, let's keep reading. Verse 26, come unto her with thy whole heart and keep her ways with all thy power. Application. Put it into practice. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. That's Proverbs, the 2nd chapter, says, seek after her as for hid treasures, man. Let's grab that. Because this is our mentality. This is the mentality we have to have. And it ain't just talking about, those soft lessons or those smooth, for lack of a better word, man, those smooth lessons, man. We need those hard lessons too. We need those lessons where we getting our ass cussed out, man. So we need to self-reflect and be like, oh shit, that applies to me. Let me, no. Salakia, let me make that adjustment, man. But this is Proverbs 2:1. It says, my son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, and hide means store up, go into this word, tazapan, says to treasure, store up, as you can see. You see, to protect, right? It says, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom and apply thy heart to understanding. Swallow then thou, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and lifted up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai and find the knowledge of the Most High. You see that? So it's showing us, man, we got to deny ourselves. We got to give ourselves wholly unto these words. Back in Sirach 6:27. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go, man. Hold that fast which thou hast. Right? Did not Yahweh Shah tell us that in the book of Revelation, verse 28? For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory, man. Which is why our Lord, what did Yahweh Shah tell us, man? Matthew 11:29, take my yoke, right? That's those fetters, that's those chains. A yoke, you see? Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls, man. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And look what it's going to lead to. Verse back in Sirach 6:29. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory. For there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace. Thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor, and thou shalt put her about thee as a crown of joy. Man, you hear that? My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. So let's go back to the Sirach 51. Back in Sirach 51 and 23. Draw near unto me, ye unlearned, and dwell in the house of learning. Wherefore are ye slow? And what say ye to these things, seeing your souls are very thirsty? Swallow then down, O my soul, understanding. Sirach the 15th chapter says, she shall give us the water of wisdom to drink and feed us with the bread of understanding, man. Believe that Sirach 15:3. It says, I opened my mouth and said, buy her for yourselves without money. That's Isaiah 55. Put your neck under the yoke and let your soul receive instruction. She is hard at hand to find. She's not manifest to many, man. So according to Isaiah the 55th chapter, man, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. And that ain't just talking about to somebody who has yet to wake up. That applies to us even now, however long we've been in the faith, man. We got to continue to seek after Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah. We got to continue to break up our fallow ground. We got to continue to water. We got to continue to plant those seeds of righteousness, man. You see? Because in doing so, this is Sirach 50:28. Blessed is he that shall be exercised in these things, and he that layeth them up in his heart, store up. That's that store up, right? That we read in Proverbs 2. He that layeth them up in his heart shall become wise. For if he do them, he shall be strong to all things. For the light of the Lord leadeth him, who giveth wisdom to the godly. Blessed be the name of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, forever. Aman, aman, which means so be true. Hey, so I think that's a good place to end it there. Lord's will, I hope this was edifying. Dua to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Baruch HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity, who's rightly dividing the word of truth directly and correctly. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you brothers, man. You few sisters that's listening and learning in silence as well. Shabbat Shalom.